All right, guys. We are recording live right now. It's 13th of May. So we're gonna look at some of the analysis for currencies, forex, and some commodities. Right off the bat, we start off with my live position right now. We're still in short position for Aussie dollar and pound dollar, and both are actually making profits, but not realized yet. Let's go through them, and we go through each market one at a time. So first off, we look at the Aussie dollar, which is currently still in a downtrend, um, but it's starting to become flat for this case. In terms of the line, if you see the 49 pink SMA, the pink line, we are getting very close to it turning upwards within the next 5 to 6 days if the price continues to stay this range. So we gotta be careful. So the stops over there are still good. We'll still short this based on the trend line, looking for shorts. But to really confirm it, we would see the red and the blue line, which is the MACD. So red line is down, blue line is down, as well as we want to see. So for right now, you can see that it's making lower highs, right, and lower lows. So, but it seems like if price doesn't go down further, we might see an uptick where it starts to become a higher low. So something to look up for. All that being said is the red line in anticipation will still be down, based on how it performed in the recent past 10 to 15 days ago. So we're still good in terms of shorting the market. So we'll still hold shorts for Aussie dollar. But because price has been pretty choppy around here, we want to really stop observing and see how we can probably look to exit the market. But all in all, we still let it run, see how things pan out in the next 2 to 3 days for this Aussie dollar. Alright, so this is done. I'll close this. We are holding shorts for this. And the next one is cotton. So cotton downtrend based on the pink line, 49 SMA. We are still not seeing it going away anytime soon in terms of the downtrend. So we're going to look for shorts, but to confirm this, we have to see the blue and the red line. So blue is down, pointing downwards, red is pointing upwards. So we are seeing that it's a cross current based on the red line pointing up and the pink line pointing down. So it's a cross current, so definitely no trade here. So really nothing much we can do based on the red line pointing up and pink line pointing down. So we are in fact looking at somewhat a period where it might be that it's going to flatten out in terms of the trend line, if prices continue to stay around this range. Really nothing much to see over here. No action for us, given that it's a fairly strong cross current. So we skip this for cotton. So that's it. And the next one we could be looking at is the euro dollar daily chart. So same thing, nothing much we can do here except to see that it's well, it's showing it's on downtrend, but price is very choppy. So and we're looking to see over the next few days it will still be a downtrend, but because price is so choppy, I don't think it's something that we want to be involved in. We want to be involved in trades that have a strong trending picture. So no trade for euro dollar. I'm gonna close this. And what's next? Pound. Yes, pound, we're in a position. So downtrend, as well as red line is down, blue line is also down, which is good. What we had anticipated. So don't really see any picture of a trend line changing anytime soon. And as well as the red line, which is the SMA of the blue line, the average of the blue line. So we would see that it will still be pointing downwards. So very good place to be at for shorting pound dollar. And stop loss is a bit far off, which is at the high of this, or which is 1.264. So that's our stop loss over here. So let's see how things goes from here. Don't see the lines changing anytime soon, so can just continue holding pound. All right, what's next? Okay, dollar yen. Dollar yen, we have a situation where trend line is pretty flat, right? Based on this line is starting to flatten out. Red line is pretty much flat, but towards pointing upwards. And then blue line, which is the signal line, the timing line rather, it starts to go down as well. So we would see that if over the next 5 days, if price stays the same, we would see that the red line would be pointing upwards. But we are actually looking for a short. No, wait, let me see. So because trend line seems to be flat, we don't want to do anything about it. Plus the fact that it's within the margin of error over the next 5 days, that we see that the trend would slowly turn upwards if price continues to stay around here. So we could look to long the market. In fact, something to look out for. As well as, if you actually notice, the price over here, the low is 106.358, 106.358, whereas the low over here is 105.99. Right, so this low 106.35 and this low 105.98, 105.99. So you see that price actually went lower, but the blue line actually, it seems to be higher. The latest one is higher, so there's a little bit of divergence there, and then price went up a little, and now it's making a series of higher lows. So we can look for ways to long the market. Probably not right now. We want to sit in and observe a little bit more, because we're not getting a really strong picture of the trend line, although it's flattening out, but we want to see that a little bit stronger there. So if I were to put on a trade, I would put like very little units to long this market, and be very careful to take losses quickly. We don't want to be too generous in terms of losses, so we would probably want to put our losses somewhere around, if things starts to change, we would look at somewhere around the low of this, so about 106.4. But a safer stop loss would be the low, which is about 105.99. That would be a safe stop loss. So that is my analysis for the yen. A little bit of anticipation on longs, but prefer to stay on sidelines, bottom line. And if want to long, we can, but have to put a stop loss somewhere at low of 105.99. So that's yen. Okay, next up would be platinum. Platinum wise, we'll be looking at the downtrend based on this, and really within the margin of error for it to start turning up based on the prices that will actually come off. And if prices continue to stay here, we will be looking at the next 5-6 days where it starts to flatten out even more and starts to maybe have an uptick as well. So but that being said, the trend right now is still down. Red line is pointing down as well, blue line pointing down as well. If you can see, there is somewhat a little bit of a divergence where price is here, this latest price, and the low over here, where the price is here and here. So there's a little bit of divergence. So we could actually look at long in the market. But for things to go wrong in terms of it going south, if you are buying based on the divergence, we would probably look at a stop loss of, we really want to be careful here. So anything somewhere around this area, which is let me see, I would say 738 point. Yeah, we could even do it higher, like 744.8. Somewhere around the close of this 753 would be a good place to put our stop loss. But overall, no action, I would say. Platinum, it's been having choppy action. So anytime when trend changes, we'll often see some choppiness in the market. So we just stick to our guns and not do anything for this trade. But if you want to do some light trading, definitely looking at long in the market with a stop loss of either the close of this or the low of this. If your budget is deep enough, we'll go for the low, which is 714.83. But if not, we do the close, which is 753.83. And that would be for platinum. And lastly, we have the Loonies. Loonies, straightforward uptrend. So we're looking to buy, looking for opportunities to buy. How about this? So blue line's up, red line is also up, with opportunities for it to continue further to go up. So strong uptrend. So why did I not go into this trade a few days back? Let's see. So trend up, blue up, red up. We could look to long, in fact. And stop loss to put it at the low of this, which is 1.390. So yeah, it is definitely showing signs of consolidation. Lower high, higher low. So we're definitely seeing a consolidation in terms of the MACD. But picture looks good for us to long, but one thing is that there's a little bit of choppiness in the market. So if we want, and I think I could, is to put in a long over here. So where's my so we trade the smallest market and we put the stop loss at the low over here. Let's see, 1.3900, 1.3. Okay, and Loonies, place sell order. Are you sure to place this order? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I should be buying. Yeah. Okay. So buy 500 units, 1.39, which is the low of this candle. For anything for the picture to change a little bit to bearish, and stop loss might be a bit too much to handle. I mean, it might hit and then bounce back up. But we're gonna play our trades more carefully. If we want, we could put it here at the low of 1.385. Let's see. 1.385 might be a better stop loss, which is the low of this 1.385. And yes, we will proceed. Insufficient available equity to cover the position. Oh, okay, I've not enough margin. Let me see. Available margin. Oh, 31.92. Okay, so we can't put on a trade because the margin we have is not enough, but I would, if I have enough capital, and put on this trade. So no choice, we have to play with whatever chips we have, and just gotta hang on to Aussie dollar and pound dollar. But I would buy Loonies for sure. So that's it. We have covered everything. Oh, last one, soybean meal. There's nothing much we can do. Trend line is so flat, and we don't see it coming off anytime soon. So nothing much we can do, and price is so choppy at the moment. So just hang on. But good thing to note is if you see there's a huge divergence around here, where the price is like so flat. So we could actually be trying to buy the market, but I definitely would not recommend because of this trend that's so flat. We don't want to be positioned with a flat trend. So let's see what happens with this movement of the MACD with price trend of the line of the SMA is so flat. So no trade here, but just good to observe. And we are done. So that's all for today. So we have two positions, and we would want to make a trade for the Loonies. Had not been if only we had enough capital. So yeah, that's it. All right. Thanks for watching, and click to subscribe, like the video, and I'll be giving daily analysis. If you like to hear something about what I do, certain markets, just reply in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow.